a video on how to calculate a pips in the foreign exchange market. Now, the unit of okay, before I continue, let me okay now I want to explain how to calculate a pips in the foreign exchange market now. Now, in the foreign exchange market, exchange rates they are quoted in five or in 6 digits or 5 digits or sometimes maybe 7 digits. But you must understand what a pips is in the market. A pip is the standard unit of measurement of changes in price of exchange rates or in exchange rates. It's a fractional change in the fifth numerals from any exchange rate. For example, we have an exchange rate quoted as, for example, Euro USD. For example, now quoted as S dot X X X Y X. If you look very well, these X and Y they are numbers ranging from 0 to 9. You understand? Now, when this Y changes from example from 0 to 1 is called one pip change, and the X component of it does not change. That will call one pip change. So when you subtract, for example, you have, let me say, from this way you have like 19,500, which is a 5 digit number. Now you understand, as SSS now. Then the 0 is the Y inside now. Then it goes to like 19,502. If you subtract it, 19,500 minus 9,502, consider the rest numbers they did not change apart from the last one, which is the Y component, which is the pips. So that is what we call 2 pips. 2 minus 0, which will give you 2. That is 2 pips in the exchange rate now. So that is the change in price in pips now. So for example now, so when we add the value of y move from, let's say, like from 2 to 9 in an uptrend, it's from 2 to 9 it is 7 pips, no 5 pips. That is a mistake. Okay, it's 7 pips movement. Now if you subtract it, that is the other numbers before it, those xs before it, they are not changing. So for example now, when the number x also changes before the y changes, then that will be in tens. Now for example, let's say s is 2 and y is 5. Now that should be like 25 now, for example, which is x. Let me use the first exchange rate I inputted here, which is this one, as a case study, which s now is 2, y is now 5. You understand? So that is what we call 25 pips now, since there is another inclusion to the y. For example, the other x now have a value that will be 200 or so, either in hundreds. You understand? So for example now, it changed from like xss 25 now to xxs 82. Then you know that the market has increased the price. So that is an uptrend. The market gone up during that period of time. So for you to calculate the pips difference, will not be the higher one minus the lower one. Since the xss they are the same number, they will give 0 0 0 0. Then 82 minus 25 will give 57, which is 57 pips. So that is how you calculate pips in the foreign market. Now, what is the use of the pips? The pips, as I said, is a unit of measurement. Just like when you are measuring distance, now you use meter. When you are measuring velocity, you use meter per second. Now your measurement will determine, okay, when you are relating it to someone in that field, it can, okay, this is what this person is trying to talk in real sense. Why, if you are not using the standard units of measurement, any number can be anything. If you say, let's say you measure a land and you say the land is 1,000, it does not mean anything in terms of the dimensions of the land. So also in the foreign exchange market, why the last x you are seeing before after the y is what we call a pipet. Is a fractional pip, like 1/10 of a pip. So that is a pipet. It also determines how they calculate the profit or loss. Then I okay, let me show you uh how to do it on your MetaTrader 5. I will use MetaTrader 5 as an example. Okay, let me use MetaTrader 5 as an example. So this is Meta trader 5 now. Okay, nice, nice. Price is moving well. So let me go to the quotes where you see where you see the quotes. Okay, so this is how we calculate the exchange rate in pips now. So let's look at this example, this GPP USD. You can see from this point, this is where the quote is. If you look very well, this is where the quote is. One of it is bid price and the other one is ask price. So we'll talk about that. So on this side now, you are seeing like 1.1975 now, which is the fifth digit now. Then you see another superscript at top. That superscript now is what we call a pipet. The one at top moving, the one that is like raised to power, is a superscript, is the one we call pipet now. The pips change is from this 4, where it's showing 4 here now. That is when the pips change start from. Now look at this example. From the price range of today now, the market has moved from a low of 1.19221 to a high of 1.19847. Now if you want to calculate that change in price now in pips, now you want to calculate how many pips the market has moved from the lowest point to the highest point. You can just come right your 1 point, the highest point 19847. You now subtract from 1.19221. If you look very well, the first 3 digits here, they do not change, so they will give you 0 0 on subtraction. So when you subtract 7 minus 1 will give you 6, 4 minus 2 will give you 2, 8 minus 2 will give you 6, or this other one will give 0.00 now. Now if you look very well, how do you do your pip can? Your pip can start from where this 2 is, which is the fifth one, 1 2 3 4 5, which is the fifth. So since I told you the x before it has a number, it will now be 62.6 pips. That is the pips movement now in a price. So your profit or loss will be calculated based on the lot size you use, but the pips is standard. That's why I say standard. So this same market movement, I can give someone $1,000,000, can give you some $6, some may give them $60 $6,000, different amount, because it is a standard unit. It depends, your profit or loss depends on the lot size you are carrying. So let me show you how to calculate it. With MT5 it is easier to calculate your pips difference. So let me go to like GBP USD chart now. Let's see something. If you look at this price move in this leg of price now, you can see that, okay, this is how you calculate it. You click on this place that's showing something like a plus sign. Click on the plus sign, take it from the low you want to measure your pips from, which is here. Then you use your second hand to click on the highest point of where you want to measure the price range. So you can see very well now, from the lowest point to the highest point now is 0.00625 on this point now, which is what, 62.5 pips. So this is how you calculate. So you can, if you want to calculate from your stop loss to your take profit, you can measure it from your entry. For example, you are buying, let me say you buy here now, which is 9.34. Your stop loss now, you want to know your stop loss in pips now. The lowest, below the lowest point will be your stop loss, which is 2222. So your stop loss now is not 12 pips. If you look at it very well, 0.00120, which is what, 12 pips. So this is how you calculate pips in the market. So thank you. If you have other questions, you can kindly send them to me.